Hello and welcome to Torment, Tides of Numenera. So, we're exploring the Valley of the Dead Heroes, and we need to check out Talana Marquette Scamp, and look at this. Like, water, fire, water, fire, water, fire. Can't make an intro next to that. Anyway, guys, what's up? The man looks up at you momentarily before looking away into the distance at nothing in particular. He takes a drag on his smoke. His presence strikes you as odd, as if something about him were trying to inspire dread in you. What's your name? Veteran Ross. He flickers a gaze at you and he stares off into the distance again. What are you doing here? Trying to get home. You see that woman? That's Talana. You got questions? He points. Yeah. What can you tell me about the valley? Nothing. Just dust and memories. Very well. Lusa Maragali? The man is busy reading a strange device, an elegant square of some kind of metal. Odd letters and images flash by on a reflective screen embedded in the square. When you draw near, you notice that the device is plugged into his arm with a long silver wire, and on the man's eyes, one of the man's eyes is mechanical. Greetings! His voice is kind, though it buzzes like rattling sheets of synth steel. I am Luca Maragali. Gestures with the book. Sometimes I read the older tongue. I uncover great knowledge this way. For instance, his metal eye stutters and clicks, and a tiny voice emerges from the pad. The formal education of the young begins in utero, with nervous system uptake inhibitors and microwave transmissions to the developing fetal brain. He clicks it off. You see? I don't know the species to which this refers, but I begin to know of them. At any rate, what can I do for you? Tell me about yourself. Nods. I've spoken my name already. The knowledge of my character is thus more important. I was a soldier, traveled with my friends. I had my friends travel to our home. Or at least, this is our plan. He leans in close. I admit the concern for my friends. They seem trapped in the past, paralyzed. They are not as they were when we set out. He gestures to the mechanical extrusions on his body. No, to be fair am I, nor to be fair am I. So these possibly soldiers who left the endless battle. Can you tell me anything else about yourself? He frowns. I'm unwilling to commit personal details to a stranger. I've told you what I'm willing to share, no more. Fair enough. Can you tell me anything about yourself? Okay. What do you mean when you say your friends are different? We were full of hope once. We and a dozen others set out from our home in Aldea west of Sagus Cliffs to find fortune in the endless battle. We joined the recruiter in Sagus Cliffs and enlisted with the army of the changing god. We thought we were prepared. We were not. We were in trenches. We fought with bolt throwers, energy weapons, and detonations. The first day we saw our friends obliterated by a rogue particle wave that emanated from our side of the battlefield. And then we woke again in a new reality, or memories of the old world intact but our bodies whole, except for Timbo, who was half dissolved in this new reality. So it went, incremental gains as a whole, with certain consequences carrying into new lives. Sometimes they would undo all our days' heroism for an unseen advantage. Other times we'd lose a friend forever. One day I was cut half out of a trench, the air exploded above us, and I burned. The new reality did not restore me. I spent some weeks under the care of the Churgans. When I woke, I was as you saw me, and our other friends had been killed. Talana and Denovan reacted very differently to me. They saw I too have changed. I don't know. I know that I no longer fear. I do not remember much of emotion. I recall the fear and horror, but I don't recall its taste. And when I spoke to them, they agreed that it was time for us to leave. To leave before we became these forgotten names lost in the flux of worlds. Impo, Zad, Basquiat, so many names. All gone. What can you tell me about the valley? It is a dry place. I tasted the water that bubbled up nearby. It was alkaline and induced strange visions. My new metabolism protected me from the worst of it. I had my friends tasted it. They might have died. Looks down at his metal pad. We have found no bodies nor anything of value. All is quiet. But this is a waypoint, not a destination. Fair enough. So, Talana Marquette, what about you? You see a slender woman covered in warm brown robes leaning over the fire, cowl pulled low over her head. Her skin is a dark bronze color. Here to interrogate me? She pulls back her cowl enough for you to see that her long hair is more silver than brown, and the years of life on the road are apparent in her face. She looks weary and exhausted except for her eyes, which burn like a golden fire. I'm Talana Marquette. What do you... Her eyes align on your tattoo and she hisses. Skist! You bastards are all over the place, eh? Look, I can tell you anything, right? We're done fighting. Let him drag us back. We'll take off again. We're not going back to that hell. I'm not about that. What are you talking about? She looks confused for a moment. You're a cast-off, so either you're here to drag us back or kill us. She turns to her side and pauses, as if listening to words that you cannot hear. Then he responds, No, I suppose you're right. Still, he's a cast-off. His lips, Eligern's lip curls with distaste. More detritus from the changing god's arrogance, more damage caused by cast-offs. If you have a problem with all cast-offs, Eligern, you have a strange way of showing it. Maybe you hadn't noticed that you are standing next to the two of us? He shrugs and Glover's. Maybe we should ask the lady. Here's some questions. Who are you talking to? My man. Zed reminded me not all cast-offs are endless battle, but Timbo wants me to be careful with you. She holds up a finger. People have said that they are not there because they can see them, but they can see you. So let's not have that conversation. She settles back. So, are you here to kill us? Talon us? They say that of most of my crew, not Denovar or Luca crew. I have no part in the endless battle, but answer some questions for me. She breathes out a low whistle. Alright, good. Sure, we'll answer anything we can. Tell me about yourself. Me, Denovan, Luca, Timpo, Zed, and all the rest. They are my crew, my man. We're just trying to find the way home from the endless battle. We came through Colne, but... He waves a hand at the pile of rubble. It's not exactly a forgiving route. Just trying to figure out where we go next. Her sleeve slips with her gesture. You can see that her skin does not simply look metallic. It is metal. She catches you looking and tugs her sleeve back down, annoyed. Price of the endless battle. One of the reasons I left. I used to think I'd earn glory there, though my nano skills would propel me high. Psst. Only room in that exalted air is for cast-offs. The rest of us bleed while you a lot laugh. That's why we got out. Hold, you came through Colne? What was it like what was it like there? She mutters to you. Haven't been back for centuries, not since Stash. I couldn't bear the thought of it. Mostly empty. Place cleared out mysteriously a while back, and then some New people moved in, but the proximity to the Endless Battle and the strange cave up on the mountains scared off all but the strangest people. Wouldn't stay there for long on account of not wanting to get eaten. Place is the Dust Bowl, not worth a thing. All is for nothing, she murmurs. She fakes a cough and wipes some imaginary dirt from her eyes. She nods briskly and looks off into the distance. She says nothing. What are you doing here? Camping, trying to figure out our next steps. Came through Cologne with reluctance and decided it wasn't the best place to plan. I thought we'd get a clearer perspective down here. She frowns. Instead, there's some sort of cold war going on. You got to leave sooner rather than later. She nods her head as if receiving compliments from an unseen audience. Okay. I'll see Denovan and Luca here. Where are Timpo and Zed? She closes her eyes and pinches the bridge of her nose. If you can't see them, it's no fault of mine. Frankly, they are lucky they don't have to talk to you. Fine, whatever. What can you tell me about the Endless Battle? Oh, no. It's too much horror. She shuts her eyes tight and shakes her head. When she opens them again, her eyes are cold. You want to know about the Endless Battle? Talk to my crew. Hear it from those who ran, why they ran. Then maybe I'll tell you what I think. I'll talk to Luca. Just Luca. If you can get more than one of them to talk, maybe I'll too. Looks like you've been resting here for a while. Is it safe? She chews the question over a while and shrugs. It's safe for us, he says sourly. For you? He eyes her companions then, and they give a slight nod. We can make it safe for you. All cost, though. 100 shins. 100 shins! Just to sleep right here! Forget it! Are you just trying to make a killing? Like, we made nothing in the Endless Battle. Now we're gonna, like, ask for a small fortune? Just so you can rest next to our campfire? Well, farewell. No, forget it, farewell. Maybe you can talk to Donovan and have him open up about the Endless Battle. His eyes flicker over you briefly, and then he's back to staring at the distance. Talon said you're deserters from the Endless Battle. He stops breathing. The smoke falls from his nerveless fingers, and his face goes slack with terror. He starts shaking, and a single sob breaks from his throat before he snaps back to reality. Flat expression settles back onto his face, and he picks up his drop smoke. He takes a deliberate drag, and only then he does. His tension ease. No. Timpo said, oh gods, Braskiot, why? Why? Can you tell me anything about the Endless Battle? His breath hitches, but he controls his reaction this time. No, see it yourself. I think I'll take a good pass on that. I've talked to Luca, and I tried to talk to Donovan about the Endless Battle. That's good enough for you? Good enough. They were normal people once, ordinary, thrill-seeking kids. Look at them now. Most wars, she starts. A group of people march in with their artifacts, gravity light pools, time benders, and march back out. The Endless Battle is like that, but going on for centuries. Think of what it does to the landscape. Think of what it does to the psychic terrain. Think of what it does to your friends. She waves at her nearby companions, her gesture continuing to colleagues unseen. And when you're vermin to the people who run the war, when you got no hope to survive and you can feel realities collapsing around you, when you see wormholes open up and monsters walk through, when the air is toxic and the ground melts and you feel your mind salted, but it's not personal, it's not someone who wants your destruction in particular. It's just inconvenient to them. Your death is another number, a way to measure their success. It's hell. Business like hell. And you did it. Cast-offs. You could stop if you wanted, but you don't. And maybe you don't care. I mean, when you've made statistics of your enemies, faceless foes, whose existence you can erase without qualm, you're not just hurting them, you're hurting yourself. The way you see the world, soon everything is conflict and pain. All that matters is your success, and you've killed yourself, and you don't even know it. She wipes away a tear. It ruins everything, everyone it touches. I fully agree.
All right.
I mean, like, there's a difference between maybe a must, maybe if you must do violence, but violence should be avoided. I mean, like, this fighting for fighting's sake, it's just no point.
All right.
It's an ultimate expression of ignorance, and it also changes you in a way you don't want it to. But at least most people don't want it to. Leave the darkness alone. Walk into the darkness. So yeah.
Sure.
And the best way to, well, like, in my opinion, the best way to deal with it is just say no to it. Okay, we're just gonna go up. Looks like
now
we scoped out the whole place. We're just gonna go up. We can rest, but we don't need to.
Why, of course.
So we can go maybe this way. So, glowing alcove. Can we go inside here? This small alcove is about the size of a small hovel. Its sole virtue is that it is a shelter from the wind and from the slight lines of a casual passers-by. The runes carved above its entrance fill your mind with a wordless message of catastrophic danger. The dust inside the alcove is undisturbed apart from a set of footprints that circles the interior. Their owner appears to have curled up in a corner under a ledge containing a small ebony box. The dust on that ledge has also been disturbed. Someone removed something long and thin, like a blade, from this place. In its place, it's a crudely carved herder's crook. Huh. I slept in worse places. Still seems like a strange spot to curl up in. Artis cradles in his forehead in his hands. He mouths the word no, then swallows, shaking his head. Seems smaller than you recall. I don't like this place. His voice is a whisper. His hands fall to his eyes and touches them, as if they are in pain. Are we leaving? I won't leave. Scan thoughts. We should not be here. We tried to stop him. You failed. What's wrong, Aratus? Nothing. He swallows hard. I don't want to say. Not here. Please, I'm begging you. Let's go. Now tell me now. I remember this place. His voice cracks again and it runs dry. The glow seems to evaporate before his face. There was someone else, a boy. Aratus' face softens. He was tried, scared. He was tired, scared. Not at all like me. He came to this place, and when he fell asleep there, he never woke up. The sleep buried him. Then he screams, still screams. Aratus' voice cracks again, and he swallows. I can hear it. When all things are quiet. Who's that boy? Some farm boy, a herder. He chose the wrong place to sleep, the wrong time to follow his curiosity. He's frightened all the time now. He raps on his forehead with his knuckles. Who was he? Who was he? And then... I don't remember. It was a nightmare. A stupid story. Nothing heroic happened. It was a waste of time. I don't know why I remember. He presses the heels of his trembling hands against his eyes. Look inside the ebony box. There's no sign of what this empty box once held, but you do note a carving of an eye at the bottom of the box with a pupil made of two crimson concentric rings. If you squint, you can just make out a human figure at the center of the eye, holding a sword in the air. Artis groans, and you look over. An untroubled smile graces his face, but you notice that one of his eyes is watering. Artis, are you alright? Yes, very, he says, nodding at you. Tear streaks down his narrow cheek and around his cheerful grin. But bored here, and now that you ask, we should leave. We should leave now. He whistles quietly to himself and looks away. Pick up the herder's crook.
Updated my journal.
You stretch out your hand to take the crook beside you. Artis moans. A wave of pale fire explodes from the crook, and everything goes white. You hear screaming, perhaps Artis's, perhaps your own. Thunderous voice bellows beyond the hissing wail of that endless ivory wall. And something is rushing at you, something that you can't see. Fistful of senses, emotions, memories, and fear strikes your mind, driving you back a step along the dusty floor of the alcove. Something has changed inside you. Inside the labyrinth, you hear a voice in your mind, a voice very much like Artis's, but small and afraid. You look over at him. Artis is staring at the shelf, hands slack at his side. The glow is nowhere to be seen, and he looks weathered, very old. You follow his gaze. The herder's crook is gone. What just happened? I went somewhere, he mumbles without looking at you. I stayed here in my amazing heroic body, but I went somewhere else. Without looking at you, his hand lifts from his side and points at your forehead. He does not seem to be aware that his hand is doing this. Then his glow returns like the sun rising behind the hill, swallows him. He smiles, dropping his rebellious hand. Why are we just standing here? He says, looking around. We should be fighting, feasting, jumping from roof to roof. Let's go find some roofs. Oh, is this a roof? What happened? The hero's companion took us to the alcove. We feel strange, we feel weaker. Look inside the ebony box again. You find nothing new inside the box, just the etched eye at the bottom with the tiny, sword-waving figure at the center of the two ringed pupil. Okay, leave the alcove. Can I just take you inside there?
Fine.
So this is not as simple as that.
Of course.
I don't know. This is the only place we can go. Necropolis is definitely the only place we haven't checked out yet. But I don't know what's up with Artis. Looks like he's controlled or affected by multiple voices. Motley, stunted and piebald with a large hairless head, this humanoid reminds you of a court jester, except that his wide violet eyes sparkle with cunning and intelligence, giving the impressions that there is much going on inside his large dome. Look at the scenery. Jesus. Bunch of people praying, dead people on the floor. I don't like the look of that. Who are you? You can't be here. Why did you come here? Several people sit around and beaten along the far wall, surrounded by corpses. At second glance, some of those bound may themselves be dead as well. Ben steps closer, lowering his voice to a growl. Well, answer me. Klinkar, the muttering cultist who welcomed you to the valley, steps forward. He's the new arrival, Motley. We came across him on our hunt. Ah. Well, you should know the Necropolis is closed to outsiders. You're unwelcome here. It's closed to all, in fact. Damn that woman. What's going on here? He looks around, comprehension dawning on his face as he takes in the room and its contents. Ah, it's not what you think. His mouth widens in an ugly smile. We were just defending ourselves, trying to reclaim what small part of this world fate has seen fit to cede us. It never would have come to this if we'd only had someone to help us explain. Oh, you bastard.
Making a note.
I'm killing you. He gestures to the open corridor. We are worshippers, you see. There is a terminal down there that provides access to the tombs. But this memorialist, he spits at the woman behind him, has placed a whisper lock on it. Without the code, we cannot enter the tombs and join our Lord. Interfere in his worship. She's rather narrow-sighted and doesn't see the value in what we do. If we regain our access to the gate, we can show her firsthand. He smiles. The effect is not reassuring. It would be better to release them in Lord Interfere's presence, but at the end is justified. Wow, so you're definitely killing them. Matkina mutters to you. Skist. We need to access the terminal if we want to reach Miela West. We need to get that whisper lock code. I'm not interested in your squabbles. I just need to enter the Necropolis. No, I definitely don't want to help him. There must be some way we can solve this peacefully. Let them go. Fuck it. Ah! A hint of a smirk plays at the corners of his lips. And what if we don't? We have our own aims, you see. There must be some ways we can solve this peacefully. I actually wanna kill you. I like that. As much as I like talking, I think these guys need to die. I met the memorialists. They are a bunch of naive folk who are just... They're not that bad people. They're obviously murderers, and I think I'm gonna say that you forget it. I mean, like, that is the best course of action here, isn't it? There must be some way we can solve this peacefully. Maybe we can split them up and kill the... The time for peaceable solution is over. The gate awaits. We must answer its call at any cost. Your lives are forfeit whether we have the code or not, but we must have it. If you kill them all, how will you get the code then? You'll be lost forever. If you don't care about the cost, then let me try. You can still get the code from them if I fail. Please, give them a chance. Give me a chance to save lives. Some costs are too high. Now, the first is just basically says to him that start killing them. Life is cheap, traveler, but the gate is forever. We must return. I kind of want to talk to them. Let's go with 70%. I like that. Considers your words for a long moment, and you may be right. Alright, you have my permission to speak to the prisoners. If you can get the code from them, you can end this charade. Terry, and more will die each day until either you or they give us what we need. Turns to the woman bound to the floor. The code is all we want. After all, the rest of this does not become any of us. The reason why I'm doing this is if I just attack them outright, there's a good chance that just all people die. Can I kill? This middle-aged woman sits stoically, her hands bound in the front of her legs. The sleeves of her robe have fallen from her wrists, and you catch sight of yellow and purple bruising above the lacerations from her tightly clenched bonds. Streams of tears have carved channels down her dust-covered face. She looks up at you, her eyes the color of the seas around Sagas. Few more tears slip silently down her cheeks. She turns away from you. Has he come to save us? To end these pointless deaths? No, probably not. Farewell, actually. I know enough. You gotta die. I mean, like, he's probably not gonna fall for it. I mean, like, what am I gonna do? Like, say that I have the right code and just... You know, you guys need to die. I'm sorry. I don't even care about Kiyotava. Did someone name Kiyotava? You're back. I don't suppose you learned anything. Did someone name Kiyotava come through here? The Dandra child, yes. His mouth curls in a slight sneer. She came to the valley some time ago. She went down to see Lord Inifir before the memorialists locked us out. She's probably still down there, if you wish to see her find the code. Yes, I found the code. Look at this. What you're doing is wrong. It ends now. As you will it. The pudgy man snarls. He backs away, calling to his comrades. Children, to me. We must protect Lord Inifir. You gotta die. I think it's time to tango. Please don't kill me. I need to go back. I don't know what the hell is that. Please don't kill me. Can we just run in and do some AoE? We can definitely do some AoE. Like maybe go there. Alright, let's go in there.
Something to do.
Damage. I can only hit 2. Oh, I can hit 3. Okay, let's go for a big hit. 95? How much? Oh, they have a lot of health. Boy. Damn, I should be more prepared. Oh, what? They're doing damage to themselves? Uh-oh, I don't like the look of that. Wow, that hurt.
Someone stab some healing into me.
That's quite as AoE. Would it hit? Oh. So if it hits them, then the circle is spinning. I can hit only. Can I hit 4? I can hit 4. Well, make it count. 19 points. Do it.
Try this out.
Oh, 1 dead. That's more like it. Oh. Actually, I wouldn't mind just. Can we just heal points of intellect? I wouldn't mind just taking back Eratis. Eratis, go back. As much as I'm afraid, I want to save my butt. Okay, like, do we have a heal thingy? Let's use movement, that's what we want. Oh. Possibly not a good idea. That means he can attack.
I could stand a little more of that.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that actually. Let's just give it to Metkina.
That's better.
It's not great, but still. So can we kill this? So we can attack it without warp dash. Oh, not really working out. We can warp dash on 3 people. This is an action or movement? So it's speed-based movement. Probably does some damage. What is this guy? So... Okay, Motley needs to die. That's for damn sure. Okay, we're just gonna use our speed up.
Something you might not expect. Yes!
Oh, Motley's dead. Alright. That guy. Okay, let's go for the 85.
As if there were any doubt of my skill.
Oh my. These guys are just crazy. I must say I had the... When I first saw this turn-based system, I was not a huge fan of it. But now, it feels more okay.
I am the very soul of action.
When I went into the Peerless Drones, I definitely wasn't a huge fan of it. Okay, we can just go with... Let's go with 90.
Victorious!
That's more like it. I definitely feel like this is the right way to go about this. It's gonna take a lot of damage. Can we just go with this kind of damage? 11. That's more like it. So is she gonna die? Oh, whoa, whoa. She's so dead. She's so bloody dead. 290. 17. That's not kills her. But this kills her.
Gods! I'll remember that.
How about that? Don't even need to thank me. I just wanted to kill those suckers. Thank you, stranger. I cannot express my gratitude enough. The memories owe you a great debt. She steps closer, lowering her voice. But though we are safer here, now the true danger still lies beneath. You must stop the children of the Endless Gate. Their gate is within the Necropolis itself. Close it, and you may free this valley. I will help you, in any way I can. Tell me about yourself. My true name is Talira Kyo. I was buried here long ago to await the coming of paradise. Can I ask you one favor? That's not just crazy talk, okay? Just speak like a normal person. What's this paradise you speak of? He considers you anew, as if determining your worth. My people are the memorialists. Those who have discovered that this world is already filled with the dead. Though we walk and talk, we do not live. Such is the paradox we face. The only escape we have is to remember who we are. We have been placed here as a test to see if we, as a people, are deserving of the good that is our birthright. Together, we must rediscover our graves and the true names we held in life. If all could do this, paradise awaits. But should all forget, he stares beyond you, at the future only she can see. The world will be cut off from the paradise forever. The circle of rebirth will continue without purpose or end. The dismal non-life will be all we ever know. How do I find the cultist gate? Where is you? I suspect you guys will let me through, because if you're just gonna not let me through, I might be just the first in line to enslave you and kill you. How do I find the cultist gate?
Making a note.
Just kidding, but seriously, let me through. I have learned a great deal while held hostage. These children have loose tongues, all the looser for their insanity. The gate and their lord Inefir can be found in the tomb. What? 1254. Go and stop them if you can. Do I have to make a note of that? Because there's a good chance that in like 10 minutes I will not know that. How do I unlock the terminal?
Making a note.
Oh, of course. The password to the Whisper Lock is Goonie. I suppose we don't need it any longer, now that the cultists up here have been dealt with. Exactly. Can you tell me about how the terminal works? that I knew, the Necropolis is a vast underground complex, so vast that the generations of memory realists have yet to explore it all. Terminal and those like it in the tombs themselves will take you where you want to go through its magic. All you must do is press the correct key, sequence, and the ancient memorialists carved the numbers into the terminal so that we could more easily record and return to any location we desired. The pedestals in the tombs themselves have additional features. Pressing the central button will return you here to the surface, while the buttons surrounding it will take you to an adjacent tomb in either direction. It is through this discovery that we have been able to explore the Necropolis in a more orderly fashion. Okay. Now that they're gone, is it possible for me to rest here? It is relatively safe, yes. I'll keep a watch to ensure it. Just let me know whatever you wish to retire. Okay. That's awesome. Have you heard of a girl named Choi? I think she's dead, possibly interned here. Joy? She cocks her head to one side in thought. I'm afraid I don't, but there are thousands, perhaps millions of names below. Keep asking those who have spent time down there. One of them may have come across the name you seek. I'm going to take a nap. Okay? Of course. She bows from her waist. I'll watch over you as you do. Okay.
Thanks.
Thanks for that. I mean, like, I suppose. I mean, like, it's not creepy. I mean, like, it is just. Oh, this corpse is curled pitifully on its side, as if anticipating another kick to the ribs. Their eyes are opened in horror at whatever happened to them. Whoever this person was in life, they are unrecognizable now. A combination of starvation, beatings, and torture has rendered all but their eyes unreadable. There's an indentation on the middle finger of their right hand that might once have borne a ring, but that too is gone. Go through their pockets. You find nothing but a lovingly folded scrap of paper with the number 14135 and the number Naima. Damn. Seriously? I hope I don't have to remember all of that. Do I need to make notes, or does the game make notes automatically? I also have one other note as well. Look through the corpse's pockets again. You find nothing. Oh, never mind that. Close the 4135. Close the corpse's eyes. With 2 careful fingers, you pull his eyelids closed and shut his horrified mouth. Leave it alone. So, one thing we need to find out. Do we have these informations? What? Do I need to make these thingies written down? Looks like it. I had to write it down. Do I have a okay. Can I make notes in my journal, or do I have to just get a pen and paper or perhaps a notepad? Because that would be ridiculous. Damn. So, what? 2154 and
Let's go.
what? Oh, never mind that. Did I already fuck up? 14135. I suppose. Let's check out what else is on the floor. Nothing. Oh, really? He has a lot of health. Scroll note. This note was in Motley's pocket. The ink is brown and cracked and might be blood. Most of it is illegible and scratched in hasty scrawl, but you can make out the 4 numbers at the bottom. 5143. Damn. Take it. Crossbow. It sucks.
All right.
Oh, what else we got? Buzzer. I suppose we can sell these. Oh, Battle Axe, not so bad. Shadow Flower. Oddity. This flower has an everlasting, pulsating, light blue glow that becomes stronger with few lights around. Curiously, the pulsation period is approximately equal to the heart rate of a relaxed human. On occasion, and for no apparent reason, the pulse quickens as if in fear or anger. In absolute darkness, it blooms with a light beyond the visual spectrum.
Action! Here I come!
Alright. Come on, can I take it?
Let's go.
Why not?
Go away! Pick it up! Oh, more buzzers.
Yes. Now.
They had nothing. What about this? These rocks appear to have been brought in from the outside and welded into place somehow, sealing this entrance. This material is springy to the touch, but impossible to damage. You can make out only diffuse shadows beyond it. Jenkins the Jinx, Narv the Blessed. Okay.
Yes. Now.
So I have just some thingies in my inventory, I believe, that just gives me like a lot of 5, 1, 4 free. We have a lot of places to go. 5, 1, 5, 3, 5, 5. Well, we have a lot. Damn it. Anyhow, I believe this is a good time to take a break. I'll try to make a note of everything and possibly we can just check it all out. And hope you guys had fun. And tell me if you did and see you around. And have a good one.